Oh my goodness me. Oh! That's the worst foot scene he's done so far. Yo guys, welcome back to the channel. We are here with volume 2 of Kill Bill. I don't want to speak too much. I want to know who Bill is. I want to know where we're going next. I want to know where her child is. I think they said her daughter. Was it her daughter? I don't know. But her child is alive. So she's slashing and dashing people on this revenge mission, which she still kind of deserves to anyway. But her daughter's alive. Where we go with that, I don't know. Let's not waste any time. Let's go.
This is me and my most masochistic.
Well,
Didn't this happen in the first movie?
it's your grief.
In actual fact, the massacre didn't happen during a wedding at all. It was a wedding rehearsal.
Now, when we come, you may kiss the bride, but don't stick your tongue in her mouth.
We'll try to restrain ourselves.
Y'all got a song?
Is that?
How about Love Me Tender? I'd play that.
It sounds like Samuel L. Jackson. He's too far away.
Rufus, he's the man.
Owls of Bar K. If they come through Texas,
That's definitely SLJ.
Rufus, he's the man. I don't see no problem with the groom's
I knew it was
side
him.
sharing the bride's side. Do you, Mother?
I don't have a problem with that. Honey, you know, it would be good if you had somebody come.
Well, I don't have anybody except for Tommy and my friends.
You have no family?
Well, I'm working on changing that.
Mrs. Harmony,
First.
we're all the family this angel's ever gonna need.
And this bitch is starting to piss me off.
Reverend, sorry.
She's gonna go out and get some air.
Yeah, given her delicate condition, she just...
Did she have to rehearse in the white dress too? Oh, what has she seen? What did she do to deserve all this? Like, what actually kicked this off? Why did they come to this wedding to do all of this? Also, was the priest Bill?
hello, kiddo.
Is that Bill?
How did you find me?
No.
I'm the man.
I think that's confirmation.
This moment, I met the most beautiful bride these old eyes have ever seen.
Why are you here?
Last look.
Are you gonna be nice?
I've never been nice my whole life, but I'll do my best.
I always told you, your sweet side is your best side.
I guess that's why I'm the only one who's ever seen it.
Oh, the boots.
See, you got a bun in the oven.
I'm knocked up.
That young man here sure doesn't believe in wasting time.
Why are they both inching forward like this?
He owns a used record store here in El Paso.
And what are you doing for a job these days?
I work in the record store.
It all suddenly seems so clear.
That. What do you mean by that?
I get to listen to music all day, talk about music all day. It's really cool.
Well,
As opposed to jetting around the world, killing human beings.
right.
Precisely.
So what happened that she stopped working for him? Did she just run away?
You want to come to the wedding?
Only if I could sit on the bride's side. I had the loveliest dream about you.
Oh, here's Tommy. Call me Arlene.
Oh my god.
Huh.
Oh my god, this is great.
I don't believe I've ever heard of a wedding dress rehearsal.
Why pay so much money for a dress you're only gonna wear once?
Isn't it supposed to be bad luck for the groom to see the bride in her wedding dress?
I literally said, why is she wearing the dress in the rehearsal?
I guess I just believe in living dangerously.
Oh no.
I know just what you mean.
Oh no. Oh no.
Some of us have places to be. So do.
So I'm blaming him then. I can't believe Samuel L. Jackson was just there, chilling the whole time.
Bill, I just want...
You don't owe me a damn thing. If he's the man you want, then go stand by.
This relationship vibe between them is weird. I can't tell if it really was a father-daughter relationship or whether it was more
Do I look pretty?
Oh, yeah.
like he was or she was his one of many girls, or whether she was his special girl. They're literally like supervillains. Oh wow, we're not gonna see it. Are we just gonna hear it? Why did you need 4 people for that? Why did you need 4 people for that? None of them were armed. Hi. Well, my computer just froze. So this is actually another day. But we're continuing. I still remember what happened.
She cut her way through 88 bodyguards before she got to Orin.
No, there wasn't really 88 of them. They just called themselves the Crazy 88.
Oh, I thought it actually was 88.
They all fell under her Hanzo sword.
She got a Hanzo sword?
Yep.
Didn't he swear a blood oath to never make another sword?
Yep.
Them Japs sure know how to hold a grudge, don't they? Well, maybe you just tend to bring that out in people. If she wants to fight with me, all she's got to do is come down to the club and start some shit, and we'll be in fight.
No, we haven't spoken. And the last time we spoke wasn't the most pleasant. But you've got to get over being mad at me and start becoming afraid of you, because she is coming.
Still? I feel like it's Beatrix.
And unless you accept my existence, I have no doubt she will succeed.
Just from the mouth movements. And it always seems like a B. That's what I'm seeing.
That woman deserves her revenge.
Okay.
We deserve to die. But then again, so does she. So I guess we'll just see.
Isn't that the same sentiment that Bill shared over the phone to her? Or to Elle? What's her name, Elle? The one with one eye, the nurse. Well, she's not a real nurse, but... Is that her name, Paula Schultz? Who's Paula Schultz? What are we looking at? I don't feel like we're just about to hear him die. This view. Okay, maybe not, because we moved super close. Oh. I thought she was about to turn around and shoot through the bottom of the floor. And her fringe sticking out of this belly. Why did the dog squeal though? It sounded like it was being choked or something. Surely he comes out the door. There's no way he doesn't. He should already be suspicious.
How many times have you heard someone say?
Her hair. He was ready. I was like, there's no way he's not. Wow. What do we do now? How does she, there's no way she lives from a shotgun chest. I'm glad that wasn't very stupid, like it was thought out. Because I was like, there's no way, he's already suspicious, he heard a noise, he's just gonna pretend like nothing happened and go back to, I don't know, making noodles. No way.
It's fine.
She doesn't survive this unless someone else comes and kills him. Ouch. Don't put your chest into that dirt. Oh! I don't think that was to kill her. I think that was to put her to sleep. Surely she's not just dead. Even though she should be.
Bill.
Wrong brother, you hateful bitch.
But.
Bingo.
And to what do I owe this dubious pleasure?
Your op is dead.
Did you kill her?
Well, not yet, I ain't.
There you go.
I shot her full of rock salt. Guess what I'm holding in my hand right now? Spanking new Atari Hanzo sword. And I'm here to tell you how.
It's a work of art.
$1 million in full in cash, and I give you the greatest sword ever made by a man.
Sounds like we got a deal. One condition. She must suffer to her last breath.
Why isn't she dead? Someone digging her grave. Someone. Is he digging her grave?
Wakey, wakey.
No, thank you. So that's her name. Or am I bugging? Well, definitely not. That's not her tombstone. Oh, sorry, I didn't even see that. They excavated someone. Or Paula, clearly. Is all of this really over a broken heart? I mean, I can't. I can't act shocked with that in reality. This is, I wouldn't say one of my deepest fears. That doesn't really exist, but not a small space, but a restricted space. Yuck. The thought of not being able to stretch my limbs is what makes me feel ill. Not being in a small space. I don't know if that still counts as claustrophobia. Because, like, I'm not going to panic in a lift, even if I can't stretch my limbs. Brother, can they take the time? Yuck. There's no way she gets out of here without someone else's help. But who would help her? Okay, I'm starting to feel a bit uncomfortable watching this. Yeah, I'd start laughing too, because what else can you do?
Once upon a time, head priest of the White Lotus clan, Pai Mei, was walking down a road when a Shaolin monk appeared on the
Look how
traveling in the opposite direction. As the monk and
her
priest
face
crossed
just looks
paths, Pai Mei.
full of life compared to now.
The next morning, Pai Mei appeared at the Shaolin temple and demanded of the temple's head abbot that he offer Pai Mei his neck. So began the massacre of the Shaolin temple and all 60 of the monks inside. So began the legend of Pai Mei's 5-point palm exploding heart technique.
And what, pray tell, is the 5-point palm exploding heart technique?
The deadliest blow in all of martial arts. He hits you with his fingertips at 5 different pressure points on your body. But once you've taken 5 steps, your heart explodes inside your body, and you fall to the floor, dead.
I just had to check myself. I'll explain in a second.
Whatever Pai Mei says, obey. If you flash him, even for an instant, a defiant eye, he'll pluck it out.
Oh.
You throw any American sass his way, he'll snap your back and your neck like they were twigs.
Ooh. The reason I said that story just gave me a reality check is I'm talking about why isn't she dead? And trying to think of
He'll accept you.
logical explanations as to how she's going to get out, but have I forgotten what happened in the first one? Someone's arm was off and they're fine.
No sarcasm, no backtalk. At least not for the first year or so. You're gonna have to let him warm up to you.
How long was she in training for?
Hates Caucasians.
Oh.
Despises Americans.
Oh.
And has nothing but contempt for women.
Oh. Triple whammy. This is so old school kung fu movie. They love a white or silver hair with a super long white or silver beard. She better remember them rules. Oh.
我 speak Japanese and how?
I was about to say. Oh. Oh my gosh. What do you mean ridiculous face? You told her not to speak. Is she demonstrating or she wants to fight? Look at his eyebrows. You don't want to fight anyone with those eyebrows. Is she gonna cut off his beard? Oh, I love this. Oh, that is so... I feel like his beard is gonna get cut off because he keeps exaggerating it. Not exaggerating it, sorry, he keeps playing with it. But maybe I'm wrong. Did she just swing her hair? The music in this scene versus what we're actually watching is such a contrast. Oh, until then. That felt very East Asian. Oh. Ouch! Maybe he just likes his beard that much, bro. Damn, she busted up her knee. Maybe his beard will get cut off later. This movie is completely a different tone to the first. Completely is an exaggeration, but it is different. I've tried this before, unsuccessfully. Oh, that reminds me of Avatar: The Last Airbender. She's doing it in her dreams? Was the red background, was Avatar referencing this? Or is there a film before this that both of them are referencing? The red background with the silhouette. Not gonna lie, even I can use chopsticks. This rice is clumpy enough to do it. Come on, get it together. Oh God. Thank you. I mean, you need both hands, but I personally, if his beard doesn't get cut off, I will do it. Is she gonna use the 5-finger discount? What was it called? I can't remember. That trick, is that what she's gonna use to like break her way out? I don't know how she gets through the mud, but I'm assuming that's how she's gonna break the wood. I thought it'd be one punch, to be honest. So what happens when the mud all falls on your face and you suffocate? But to be honest, she found the hollow part, so maybe there's no mud there? No, there was mud. They are not good at their job. She's steaming. Oh no, it's dust falling off her. My bad. What do you want?
May I have a glass of water,
please? Yeah, makes sense. Oh, this is Bill's home. Not Bill. What's his name again? Oh no, Bill's brother. I'm sorry. That was so hilarious with the eagle sound. She knows her way around town like that? I think maybe I misheard and that she didn't get shot with something like actually lethal. He said something about rocks, but I just took it as like him just saying something. I don't think he actually shot her with legit stuff, which is why she's fine. We know what that sound means.
What's the name on the grave she's buried under?
Paula?
Paula Schultz.
Schultz.
Is she German?
That's my money right there in that red bag, isn't it?
It sure is.
Well, then you want to open it first?
It's your sword now.
He's making a cocktail.
What's that you said?
Clean your blender.
So,
You still haven't opened this bag to be sure.
which are you filled with?
It's very trusting.
So now that you're not going to have to face your enemy no more, which are you filled with? Relief or regret? I'm sure you do feel a little bit of both. You feel one more than you feel the other.
Definitely regret. She hated her guts. She was fuming.
Great.
There you go.
She was just smart for a blonde.
Famous last words. Fair enough. But she's got the sword now. She's gonna kill him. Would she do that? Oh no, it's Bill's brother, I guess. There you go. There you go. Too late. Too late. There had to be something wrong with the case.
I'm sorry, Bud. Bud, I'd like to introduce my friend, the Black Mamba.
Oh, interesting. That's Beatrix's name. I don't know if that's her name, but we're gonna call her that until we know.
A bite to the face or torso can bring death from paralysis within 20 minutes. Now you should listen to this, because this concerns you.
So should you, because there's a black mamba literally outside the van.
Let me answer that question you asked earlier more thoroughly. The biggest R I feel is regret. Regret. The greatest warrior I have ever met her end at the hands of a bushwhacking, scrub, elky piece of shit like you.
Really? Damn. I mean, I did say she really hated her. Couldn't she have been like, tie her up and let me deal with her? Or let me do a one-on-one with her? One thing for sure, I knew he was not getting that money. Something was gonna go wrong.
I have some tragic news. Your brother's dead. I'm so sorry, baby. She put a black mamba in his camper.
I was just blaming it on her.
You ever start feeling sentimental? Go to Barstow, California. When you get here, walk into a florist and buy a bunch of flowers.
Huh.
And you take those flowers to Huntington Cemetery and look for the headstone marked Paula Schultz and lay them on the grave, because you will be standing at the final resting place of Beatrix, kiddo.
I was so close. I said Beatrice. It's Beatrix.
Beatrix, kiddo.
Here. Look. I can be there in about 4 minutes.
I was so close. Oh my gosh. She's not letting her open it. She's not giving her enough time to get it out the case. Oh. Sorry, the opening of the van with the feet is so funny. That's probably the first Tarantino foot moment I've actually enjoyed. Does she realize the weapon she has in her hands? I feel like she's not making enough of an effort to get that thing open. Oh! This RV, van, whatever you want to call it, caravan.
To my brother Bud, the only man I ever loved.
Oh, this is his one.
Bud's hands of sword. He said he pawned it.
I was saying something and I can't even remember anymore.
B.
Oh, this van is made of paper mache.
What did you say to Pai to make him snatch out your eye?
Oh, yeah. You're a blonde white woman from America as well.
Know what I did? I killed that miserable old fool.
Oh.
How do you like the fish head? Miserable old fool. I poisoned his fish heads.
So she got trained after Beatrix.
Bitch. You don't have a future.
Is the corridor the best place for a sword fight? You can't really extend. I guess this thing can cut through anything. Oh! The other one! You're finished. Oh my goodness me. Oh! That's the worst foot scene he's done so far. Oh my gosh. Yeah, respect your older sister. That's horrifying. I don't even think she's being too dramatic. First of all, the pain, but then having lost one eye and then losing the other, I knew it couldn't be a sword fight because the corridor is just there's no space. Wow. So literally we're at the point now where it's just Bill left. She didn't even have to kill Bud.
Where's Bill?
You must be Beatrix.
Are you high? I thought that was a cigarette. I. he just called her over her. Oh, right. Makes sense. Was that supposed to be a warning? Like, don't try me.
Where's Bill?
Yeah, because that's the original question she asked you.
I will tell you what happened.
Why would you do that?
Bill is like a son to me. Do you know why I help you?
No.
I'm asking.
Because he will want me to.
Now that I don't believe.
Neither.
Well, here I want to see you again.
I mean, he does seem obsessed. The way Bud put it, he was seriously, like, in love. Did she take Bud's sword as well? She might as well have two. I forgot about her daughter. I thought that was going to be the central thing of this movie, but we might deal with it in, like, the last act. Another one?
Freeze, mommy.
Bang, bang!
Oh no, I literally was just talking about her.
I'm dying.
Does she immediately know? Well, she said mommy, but does she actually...
Fall down, sweetheart. I shot us.
That little BB was only playing possum due to the fact that she was impervious to bullets.
I'm impervious to bullets, mommy.
Hey, get back down there. You're playing possum.
Oh,
Bang, bang.
You're dead, mommy. So, die.
Oh. Oh. Baby. What? I should have known. You are the best.
What do you do now? This is not the introduction I was expecting.
I've waited a long time for you to wake up, mommy.
This guy put her there. Is he claiming to be her dad? Who does she think he is?
Look at you.
Is he her dad?
My, what a pretty little girl you are.
Like, I just assumed it was the guy she was marrying, but...
I love Mommy too. What I did to Mommy, what you did to Emilio.
You stomped on mommy?
I shot Mommy. Not pretend shooting like we were just doing.
Why? Do you want to see what happened?
No, I knew. What I didn't know was when I shot Mommy, what would happen to me.
You okay, mommy? Does it hurt?
No, sweetie. Doesn't hurt anymore. You made me sleep. Why I haven't been with you, baby. I've been asleep.
But you're awake now, mommy, right?
I'm wide awake, pretty girl.
Mommy, do you want to watch a video with me before sleepy time?
Oh, yeah. I would love to. Which one do you want to watch?
Shogun Assassin.
No, baby. Shogun Assassin is too long.
What kind of things does he have her watching?
He was the greatest samurai in the Empire, and he was the Shogun's decapitator.
Excuse me?
No, I couldn't believe it. You got him to make his sword.
Yeah, to kill you.
I just dropped your name, though.
That'd do it.
It's crazy. This is their first meeting since he shot her in the head at that wedding.
If you want to be old school about it, and you know I'm all about old school,
What's the relevance
then
of
we
the
could wait until
film?
dawn and slice each other up at sunrise like a couple of real-life monsters.
She wasn't looking at the film. She was looking at the sword.
You have to put one in your kneecap. And I hear tell that's a very painful place to get shot in.
Boy, he's accurate with a gun, though.
When it comes to the subject of me, I believe you are truly and utterly incapable of telling the truth, especially to me. I am truly and utterly incapable of believing anything you say. It just so happens I have a solution. Gotcha!
What? What's in there?
My greatest invention, or at least my favorite. Don't touch it, or I'll stick another one right in your cheek.
What is it?
What lies within that dart
Is
an incredibly potent and quite infallible truth serum. You feel it?
Euphoria?
Yeah.
No.
Too bad.
Excuse.
A staple of the superhero mythology is there's the superhero and there's the alter ego. Batman is actually Bruce Wayne. Spider-Man is actually Peter Parker. When that character wakes up in the morning, he's Peter Parker. He has to put on a costume to become Spider-Man. And it is in that characteristic Superman stands alone. Superman didn't become Superman. Superman was born Superman. His alter ego is Clark Kent. That's the costume Superman wears to blend in with us.
So what's the point, ultimately?
And what are the characteristics of Clark Kent? He's weak. He's unsure of himself. He's a coward. Clark Kent is Superman's critique on the whole human race. Or like Beatrix kill.
So, the point emerges. Are you calling me a superhero?
I'm calling you a killer. You always have been, and you always will be. Trying to disguise yourself as a worker bee. That's you trying to blend in with the hive. But you're not a worker bee. You're a renegade killer bee. No matter how much beer you drank or barbecue you ate or how fat your ass got. Did you really think your life in El Paso was going to work?
No! But I would have had baby!
Oh.
All those people you killed to get to me felt damn good, didn't they? Every single one of them.
Yes.
She killed at least 95 people. Where's Sophie, by the way?
Now comes the $64,000 question.
I hope she's got a new arm.
Why did you run away from me with my baby?
It's his. I was right.
Do you remember the last assignment you sent me on?
Of course.
The morning I left, I was sick. On the plane, I threw up. So I started thinking, maybe I was pregnant. Somewhere on my journey, I had been spotted. With me in LA, it didn't take Lisa long to send an assassin of her own.
I'm the hospitality manager of the hotel. I have a welcome gift from the management.
Oh, that's a welcome gift, all right.
Can you just leave it by the door?
Oh my word.
You pretty good with that shotgun?
Not that I have to be at this range, but I'm a surgeon with this shotgun.
I'm better than Annie Oakley, and I got you right in my sight. I just found out I'm pregnant. What is this?
Oh, that shook. That got me shook. I was like, I would not look away.
The box with the directions is right there.
How would you chuck it down? Now you're gonna look at the box and think, oh, I can't remember what it looked like.
Easy to use. Remove the cap and urinate.
Why are you reading the instructions? Get to the results.
Blue means pregnant. I'll read it myself, thank you.
That was really important to her. Clearly she values life. Or baby's life.
Just go home.
Fairs. She actually left. Oh, wow, that aligned so perfectly. Wow.
Congratulations.
Before that strip turned blue, I would have jumped a motorcycle onto a speeding train. Once that strip turned blue, I could no longer do any of those things. Because I was going to be a mother. Can you understand that?
Yes. Well, why didn't you
Say it?
tell me then instead of now?
Once you knew, you'd claim her.
Not your decision to make.
But it's the right decision, and I made it for my daughter.
Mm-hmm. There was no
She would
chance.
have been born into a world she shouldn't have.
Yep.
I had to choose. I chose her.
I'm loving the background that we're finally getting.
5 years ago, if I had to make a list of impossible things that could never happen, busting a cap in my crown would have been right at the top of the list.
Of impossible things that could never happen, yes, in this instance, you would have been wrong.
Well?
I naturally assumed Lisa Wong or somebody else had killed you. I mourned you, and in the 3rd month of mourning you, I tracked you down. I wasn't trying to track you down.
Huh.
I was trying to track down the souls I thought would kill you. And what do I find? Not only are you not dead,
You get married and you're pregnant.
I overreacted.
You overreacted? Is that your explanation?
No, I didn't say I was going to explain myself.
Understatement of the year.
Was my reaction really that surprising?
Yes. Could you do what you did? Of course you could. I never thought
You actually would?
you would or could do that to me.
Oh, interesting.
But you thought wrong.
Damn. Well, she's ready now. Enough chitter chatter.
You ain't kidding.
That's how we're getting to it. Oh, wow. That's the 5-finger discount move.
The 5-point palm exploding heart.
That's the one.
Why didn't you tell me?
I don't know.
Maybe she secretly knew she'd have to use it on him.
You're my favorite person. But every once in a while, you can be a real cunt.
She actually does love him, doesn't she? Where's the 5 steps? Is he too OP? Has he managed it?
How I look.
You look ready.
No, he's gonna die. Where are you gonna use those 5 steps? To walk to her? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How does revenge taste?
Are most fortunate. The magpie is the most charming bird in all the world. And always remember, the magpie deserves your respect.
Oh, she's crying. Damn. You know what I'm thinking of? Vanita Green's daughter. The cycle's gonna repeat eventually. She's gonna come back for her. I'm not even sure this is like pure crying out of sadness. I think it's out of relief, joy. Yeah, that's not a cry. That's a smile, cry. Yeah, there you go. Who's she thanking? Who do you think? You know, when I did my last review and I was talking about how Beatrix, or the bride at the time, she was a weird character to look at because ultimately we had half of a story, but in the very first half normally is where you get all the character building. You build your connection to the character, you understand who they are, you understand what's happened to them in the past, and we didn't really get that in the first movie. And what's weird is we get all of that in this second movie, in the sequel. That doesn't really often happen. And it's only just now I've realized that this was actually shot to be one single movie. And so it was only edited in the post. The intention was not for this to be 2 movies. It was supposed to be one. I think due to it was going to be like 4+ hours, Tarantino decided to split this into 2 movies, which kind of changes the way you look at this. And maybe I should look at this as just a whole story. I don't know. I'm just going to riff and see where we go. But ultimately, everything that I don't know if I complained, but I was like, we're missing this in the first movie. I got in the second movie. All the character from both Bill and from Beatrix was here. And it only makes the first better. I can't say really if I prefer either one because for me, they are so like they need each other. It's not like a sequel. It's literally part 1 and 2 of one movie. Without this second, I just think the original Kill Bill doesn't, it's not as good. And I don't think without the first, part 2 carries enough weight. Like you haven't seen some of the things she's had to do to get to this point, and so it doesn't hit as hard. I really enjoyed getting to understand, well, enjoyed is a weird word, but the exploration of it's such a weird dynamic, the dynamic between Beatrix and Bill. There's so many layers to it. Ultimately, I feel like there is definitely a paternal, which is going to sound weird, but yes, there's a paternal element to this relationship. There's it looks like there's quite a significant age gap. He's also her boss, which again adds to this dominance. There's this mental element, there's this father figure element, which that's one side of it. Then there's this romantic element. Like there's love between them that's beyond a paternal thing, like a father and a daughter. Is romantic. But then you evaluate, was she groomed? Because ultimately, if we look at, I've forgotten her name, Lucy Liu's character from the last movie, Orinishi, if we look at her and why she was chosen, she was an orphan. Both her parents killed, but she's excellently skilled. And it's almost like Bill he saw an opportunity to take that person, look after them, care for them, etc. I imagine that will be the same case with a lot of the team. I've forgotten what they're called now. But like Elle, Beatrix, Orinishi, and Vanessa Green. I imagine that was a case with a lot of them. And so I probably think this kind of has a grooming element to it as well, where he saw an opportunity, a girl with no family, no parents. It seems like she's only gotten these friends as of maybe like the last year, the friends that were at the wedding. He probably saw someone vulnerable and took that as an opportunity. So there's probably from a young age too. So there's probably like a grooming element where he's groomed her to be as skilled, but also groomed her into this relationship that he has with her. And then further than that, there's almost like a Stockholm thing, because at the end, I still genuinely feels like she loves him, even after all he's done to her, and the dynamic of he shot her in the head. Also, the fact that she escaped, and this man he wasn't chasing her. Like he said, he was looking for the killer. But there's a weird control element. The fact that she didn't feel like she could go to him and say, I'm going to take my kid away from this life. And she was scared enough that she had to completely make a hard cut and disappear. Tells you there was a power control dynamic in that relationship that she didn't feel safe. Although up until the point he shoots her, we don't know this to be an abusive relationship. There's definitely a Stockholm element where she still loves him at the conclusion of this movie. How that love developed feels like it's been grooming or some sort of power dynamic, but I've mentioned so many elements. It's such a complex relationship. And to me, that relationship is probably the most interesting thing that I've taken away from these two movies. The exploration of whatever that is. I wish we could even do that a bit more, because it's weird, but not unrealistic in real life. But it is the foundation for everything else that happens in the film. This film is also a lot less bloody. There isn't actually that much to scream about apart from the eyeball. The eyeball sent me over the edge. That just made me super uncomfortable. But I mean, in comparison to Kill Bill 1, tonally, these films are very different. I don't know. I think about this being one total movie, and I'm like, these films have completely different tones. Like, how would this be? I honestly think this film is better served split into two than one movie. But if this was one movie, to me, it would be very uneven and tonally a bit, I would have felt like I'd been jerked. There's violence in this movie, but it's nothing like Kill Bill 1, Volume 1. Also, Kill Bill 1, there's a lot less character development. Kill Bill Volume 2, it's character-based, mostly. I know we got character study, basically, of Orinishi, and I loved it. But that was one of one. Like, even Bud, to an extent, we get some character. So honestly, I don't know how this would have worked as one total movie because of the runtime, but also tonally, they just feel very distinct. Yet, at the same time, I don't want to split them and say I prefer one or the other, because they both are in service to each other. It's confusing, but I'm sure you get what I mean. One thing I'll say is that there was a point in this movie, I think I was getting caught up with trying to be too logical. I don't know, it's like this movie was a lot more character-based and real, that I think I lost sight of what Kill Bill 1 was. This is ultimately a kung fu movie where people fly and land on swords. And so I had to check myself and be like, why am I even trying to do logic in a movie where someone's punching their way out of a coffin through mud, 6 feet of mud? What are we doing here? Overall, as a package, I really like this movie. I see a lot of influences in this movie in other areas. I see a lot of Tarantino's influences in this movie. there's so much going on in terms of pastiche and him almost doing tributes or honoring the things that he's inspired by or was inspired by. I see comic books like villains, superheroes, kung fu movies. I mentioned so many of them in the last review, but there's so much going on, and he does well to weave all of those influences in the story with the music as well, but also in the editing and the visuals. Literally the only thing I could say that I think is weird about this movie is the tonal shift from the first to the second, and that if this was supposed to be one package, I don't know how this could how it would work, how it would be successful with such a huge difference in the first hour or the first 2 hours and the second 2 hours. However, as two separate movies, I really enjoyed this. I think I should do a ranking of my Tarantino movies at the end of this journey. Like I said, I've already watched Django. I'm gonna do a rewatch of Once Upon a Time, but that will be on Patreon. But we will do Hateful Eight and The Magnificent Someone. Those two movies. No, sorry, Inglorious Bastards. And what's the other movie? There's two movies. You know which ones I'm talking about that are not Django and not Once Upon a Time. We will be doing those, and then after, I think I'm gonna do my Tarantino ranking. I still already know what my number one is, which I think is unusual compared to everyone else. But we'll see what the rest is. Cheers for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Peace.